in Walker. We were just talking with the parish president a little bit about a potential lawsuit from one of the municipalities in Livingston Parish. It happens to be yours. Can you talk a little bit about the potential lawsuit filed against the state and the federal government?
Well, yeah, the issue is that the city of Walker, we realize that we're a low-lying community and we've had issues with minor flooding in the past. But even in '83, which was the 1,000-year flood, houses built in '79 and '78 didn't get water. In this particular flooding event, they got 6 feet of water.
So the concern is that something was done with the infrastructure to make the floodwaters go in places that, like you mentioned, they never got any kind of flooding before. The infrastructure is to blame, you believe?
That's correct. It's not a concern, it's a reality.
The hot water in the kettle gives off water vapor to the air by rapid evaporation, just as rivers, lakes, and ponds give off water vapor to the air by slow evaporation. As the hot water-filled air hits the colder air near the ice tray, the water vapor turns into clouds of tiny water droplets floating in the air, condensation. When the air is quite cold and cannot hold any more water droplets, they collect together to form larger drops, as on the ice tray. And being too heavy to float in the air, they fall back to the earth as rain.
when DOTD, because of the number of accidents on that stretch of I-12 between Livingston and probably Millerville, maybe even getting close to Sherwood, there were a lot of severe accidents. They decided that they would widen the interstate to 6 lanes, and in that process, build the interstate up and put a concrete barrier on the top of it with no drain access to it that was anywhere from 4 to 6 feet tall and about 15 miles long. So they basically built a dam 6 feet high from Walker for all drainage going south without increasing any other drain ports. They did not enhance, they did not develop, they did not improve any of their drainage. I've been begging them for 3.5 years to give us additional drainage underneath the interstate, and their response is every time that if we give you more outfall, then you're probably going to flood people further south, and they'll sue us, which is what happened recently in Hammond. So they refused to give additional drainage, and then they build a 6-foot-high dam that puts Walker into a bowl.
For people who are just now tuning in, that we're talking about the potential lawsuit filed against the federal government from Walker. Can you kind of tell people, Mr. Mayor, where this dam is, this wall you're talking about?
It extends from almost to Satsuma to probably close to Millerville. So when the Amy River came up, and its historic flooding has been in the wetlands and lowlands south of I-12, it could not go there. It hit that wall, and it went directly west to flood Millerville and O'Neill, and it went directly east to flood Walker and Livingston. We have video evidence of it. We have photographic evidence of it that shows the concrete barrier with water overlapping the top of it on the north side of the interstate and bone dry on the south side of the interstate.
So now we're talking about you and yours in the middle of all of the recovery efforts, the rescue efforts, having the immediacy of this for you because you're confident that it could be successful here. That's very important, right? Getting this done right off the bat.
Are you talking about a lawsuit? No, I'm not confident it could be successful. The state of Louisiana is broke. The federal government doesn't respond to lawsuits. So I think it's important for them to take responsibility, and I think it's important for them. My guess is before it's over, there'll be multiple insurance companies involved in this too, because they're going to be paying out billions of dollars in flood insurance claims to those fortunate enough to have flood insurance. But once they see the evidence and they realize that the flooding event was man-made, they will be joining.
What level, and of course at this point we're getting into legalese, what level of negligence has to be proved here? And what level of negligence do you believe is involved here?
I think it's 100% negligence. I don't think there's any doubt. I mean, I can give you an example of a house that was built in '79 that got no water in the '83 flood when they peaked at essentially the same level and got 6 feet of water in it this trip. It was my house.
Gosh, and so sorry for you and your family and everyone, the whole community. We've just seen the images. It's devastating, especially from the sky. So 100% negligence, I believe there by the mayor of Walker when he's talking about the possibility of legal issues here.
Of legal action. When with that a possibility as well, the city of Walker, of course, still needs to pick up the pieces today. So as the mayor of the city, who has to handle possibly that lawsuit as well, but also where we are right now in the city of Walker, what happens now?
We're in as good a shape as you can expect with 70% of our population flooded.
Yeah.
We never lost our water pressure. We kept 2 wells going the whole time, so we were never in a boil advisory. We never we did lose our sewer treatment plant. We put it back online this morning. We've had our street department and utility crews working nonstop since last Thursday, and they're really about exhausted. Our PD has been working double and triple shifts. We were lucky enough to have the National Guard. We got some assistance from them. We've got assistance from the Red Cross. The community outpouring has been unbelievable, from local businesses that have opened their doors to supply food at no cost to everybody that was evacuated out, to the hundreds of private boats that came in to rescue people both on the north and the south side of the interstate. the parish president's office, Leighton Ricks, is a friend. He's done a tremendous job under conditions that he's had to work under. EOC, that's terrible for them. I mean, I'm only dealing with the one small area. They're dealing with the entire parish, and they've done the best job they possibly could under these circumstances. So we're moving forward. What you're seeing now is tremendous community spirit in Walker. You're seeing things that you don't normally see in a disaster. People are helping each other, not fighting with each other.
That is so good to hear. We like when the country is finally taking note of what's going on down here in South Louisiana. We like for them to see that, and that's tremendous.
Mr. Mayor, thank you. First of all, could you hang on the phone? We got some folks in the back I wanted to talk to you real quick. Again,
well,
thank you so much.
I have one more thing to add,
Please.
if possible.
Please, yes, sir.
I have a report, and it appears there's evidence that DOTD removed one or two of the barricades early Sunday morning when our water dropped 3 feet, and then put the barricades back in place. And if that can be confirmed, that shows that they were aware of the problem and did nothing to fix it.
Of course, that will all be part, as you said, part of the lawsuit to come, and what can be proved. Boy, I tell you what,
correct.
a lot of things moving forward, a lot of wheels in motion. Mr. Mayor, appreciate your time.
Yes, thank you so much.
Stay on the line if you could, real quick. Appreciate
Yes,
you.
please.